I'm on a mission to review and rank every single episode of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and I'm not stopping until it is done. I'm of course talking about the critically acclaimed 3D computer animated Star Wars anthology series that first aired in 2008 and ended in 2020. Not to be confused with Star Wars Clone Wars, the 2D animated micro series that was released in 2003. I'm watching and reviewing every single episode in the official release order to keep things simple and ranking each episode as I go along. When all is said and done, I'll have a complete and comprehensive ranking of every episode from the entire series. So to make sure you don't miss a single episode, like this video and subscribe to the channel to ensure you stay on this journey with me. There will be spoilers for today's featured episode, so viewers beware. Now, on to today's episode. Today we are looking at episode 15 from season 3 titled Overlords. Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Ahsoka Tano respond to a cryptic message from deep space using an ancient Jedi distress code. Despite being at the same coordinates as Captain Rex and the fleet, the two parties cannot see each other in space and there is nothing at the location of the distress signal. Suddenly, a huge mysterious structure appears in front of the Jedi and pulls their ship into its orbit. The Jedi black out and wake up on an unfamiliar world with the ship functioning normally but refusing to take off. They leave the ship and meet a strange radiant woman who simply calls herself Daughter, who begins to ask Anakin if he is the one. Without Anakin giving an answer, the Daughter offers to take them to someone called the Father. With no other plans, the Jedi follow her. After Anakin is separated from Ahsoka and Obi-Wan by a crumbling cliff, he continues to follow the Daughter and tells Obi-Wan and Ahsoka to go back to the ship. But when they arrive, the ship is missing. Suddenly, an entity known as Sun appears, who after a brief conversation leaves them as they head for shelter to protect themselves from the incoming storm. After following Daughter, Anakin stumbles across a monastery and meets an old man inside who tells Anakin he is soon to be tested to see if he can fulfill his destiny and that he is welcome to stay the night. Meanwhile, while sleeping in a cave, Obi-Wan is visited by the force ghost of his old master, Qui-Gon Jinn, who tells Obi-Wan about the strange relationship the planet has with the Force and how it might affect Anakin.
Can you just order me a hot dog?
Shouldn't you be haunting Darth Maul or Yoda? Go haunt Yoda!
At the same time, Anakin is visited by a vision of his dead mother Shmi, to whom he unwraps his past mistakes and guilt with as she takes a monstrous form briefly before disappearing. Shortly after, Ahsoka has a vision where she speaks with her future self, who tells her she must leave Anakin or risk being corrupted by the dark side. Anakin confronts the old man over his experience with his dead mother, and the old man reveals to him that he and his children are extremely powerful force wielders who were forced to exile themselves from the outside world or risk their powers corrupting the balance of the universe. He tells Anakin that he and his friends will be free to go once Anakin completes a simple test to determine whether or not he is truly the chosen one. The children kidnap Ahsoka and Obi-Wan as part of Anakin's test, where he is asked to choose one to save. Drawing on his true power, Anakin saves both of them and passes the test. The old man then reveals that Anakin's destiny as the chosen one is to take his place on the planet and to keep the balance between his children or risk the galaxy falling into chaos. Anakin ignores this and still chooses to leave, flying off with Obi-Wan and Ahsoka at the end of the episode. There's a lot to unpack here, so I hope that the story wasn't lost on you guys in my efforts to keep that recap brief. If it was, then honestly just go to Wikipedia. Overlords is easily one of the most conceptual and abstract episodes of Clone Wars we have ever seen. Considering that it's part of the Mortis Arc, that makes a lot of sense. It's quite easy for a lot of this episode to be completely lost on viewers. I know I've been guilty of this in the past. It's only after repeat viewings and reading about the wider arc that I've come to properly understand what this episode is trying to say about Anakin, at least I think so. Overlords shows us three physical representations of the Force: the light, the dark, and the balance. I think it's pretty obvious who is who here. These beings are so powerful that they had to remove themselves from the regular universe to keep themselves from affecting the natural balance. The way I understand it is that these are beings that keep watch over the Force and prevent it from falling into chaos. All three are needed, otherwise everything falls apart. Perhaps the most important of these three is the old man, the one who brings balance to the Force, the exact role that Anakin is destined to fulfill. The reason that the Jedi are brought to the, and I say this for lack of a better word, planet.
That's no moon. It's a space station.
is to test whether or not Anakin is truly the Chosen One. He proves this by showing that he is able to control both the son and daughter at the end of the episode. Anakin is meant to replace the old man, at least that is what the ancient being believes. Anakin refuses, of course, partly because he doesn't believe the old man and because he doesn't want to leave his life behind. Whether or not succeeding the old man is actually what the Chosen One prophecy is talking about is up for debate. Did Anakin fail to fulfill his destiny by refusing the old man and therefore doom the galaxy? I'm inclined to think so, especially since it could be argued that if Anakin was removed from the galaxy, the Empire would never have been formed. But this is, of course, all up for debate. Moving away from the more conceptual elements of the episode, I love Qui-Gon's appearance here and his conversation with Obi-Wan. The two never really had a chance to discuss Anakin properly, and their growing concern over the future of the boy is foreshadowing that I can really get behind. And while Ahsoka's vision of her future self provides more fan service than valuable introspection, it is still a very cool moment for the character. The design of the planet here is also brilliant, with lots of color and its constantly shifting environment, and of course the Force beings intrigue the audience without the episode giving away too much about them just yet. Oh, and I cannot forget to talk about Anakin's moment with his mother here. It's honestly heartbreaking and summarizes one of the major focuses of this episode, the exploration of everything bad Anakin has done and the guilt he carries with him.
I killed them. I killed them all.
The use of a lot of familiar Star Wars musical motifs here are also greatly appreciated. Overlords is one hell of an episode. While the mystery behind the planet, the Force beings, and why they are so obsessed with Anakin being the Chosen One remains mostly unsolved even at the end of the episode, it's all a compelling exploration of the events that have brought Anakin to where he is today. Yes, it's abstract and vague at times, but the whole thing is so intriguing and compelling that it keeps you hooked from beginning to end. And that was Overlords, ranking it against every other episode of Clone Wars I've reviewed so far. It currently sits at number 1. Will it hold this place? Only time will tell. And here is the complete ranking so far. That's me finished for this episode. Now, I want to hear from all of you. What's your personal review of this episode? Where would you rank it among every other episode of Clone Wars? Let me know in the comments below after you've liked the video and subscribed. I'll see you guys next time with another Clone Wars episode review and ranking. Until then, thank you for watching. As always, look after yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video.